So for me, baseball's pretty much over now that my team's gone. Like I don't really have as much to look forward to as I did in previous videos because we were always rooting for the Blue Jays and stuff. But the NBA preseason is starting. I'm extremely excited. So I feel like we could still do like AL wildcard games. I feel like we could still do like NFL games if you guys wanted me to react to those. But as far as basketball goes, we're doing a NBA preview of every single team. So for this video, I'm going to be previewing the Celtics, and I've already watched the full game. Obviously, like during the regular season, my reactions aren't going to be as good as they are with baseball because like this is basically how my day went yesterday. So we watched the Chargers game the day before, or 2 days ago. We watched all the AL wildcard games. We recorded football, we watched football, and I came home and watched the Laker game. And then today we watched, yesterday we watched a couple old football games, and we watched the Chargers Raider games, and then I came home and watched full basketball games. So I really do this. I really like am on top of my stuff. So I guess I'm just gonna give you guys a team preview as we're going through and watching this game and stuff. I already know what happened, but I'll just talk to you guys as if. So let's get it. We looked really good. We looked good all game until we put the subs in. I was upset at first once we took our starters out, and I was kind of upset at the same. I don't know why the subtitles are on. I was upset at the same time with how our bench was playing in the beginning of the second half, but then we picked it up. There's a few things I wanted to say about Jaylen Brown, just off of the top of my head. Jaylen Brown is we're probably gonna look back and think that Jaylen Brown is the best player out of the 2016 draft. I think I would rather have Jaylen Brown than Towns right now, and I honestly feel like we're gonna look back and be like, wow, Jaylen Brown is a Hall of Famer. And like, obviously, you know, I'm a Marcus Smart fan, I'm a Celtics fan at the end of the day, but like, this kid is really elite. So that was just like off the top of my head. Tatum looks like he put on a lot of mass, size. He looks like he really has been in the gym because his offensive package is ridiculous. But the size was really hurting him as far as defensively because he's a 4. Like he's a traditional 3-4, especially now that they have him listed at 6'10". When we are playing like small ball like we did last year, he's going to have to guard Anthony Davis like when we play the Lakers. You know what I mean? He's going to have to guard bigs. So like that size is really going to help him out. If I were the Celtics, my starting lineup would probably be Smart at the 1. I don't think I would start Schroeder. I would probably put Jaylen Brown at the 2. I would probably put Tatum at the 3. Maybe I would start Smart and Pritchard together, and then I would have Robert Williams at the 5. I feel like I would bring Horford, Naismith, Schroeder, Jabari Parker, Sam Hauser. I know we got like a lot of people that you guys wouldn't even expect. That was disgusting. I know we got a lot of people that you guys probably wouldn't even expect. Like we got Theo Pinson, we got Juancho Hernan Gomez. I hope we don't start him because defensively he's a liability. But I mean, our team overall is looking a lot better. I feel like last year there was like just these games where our consistency was extremely off. Like that was nasty. One game we would just be like, run, gunning, and then the next game we would just be like, I don't know what we're doing. Like from the very beginning of games, Tatum doesn't always take over. There'll be times where Tatum's like very lackadaisical, like we will be in the set and Tatum will be dribbling down the court and his first option is just swing a little pass over to the corner and then just like go through the motions, like not even set a pick, don't move at all. Like his aggressiveness needs to like completely change. Like Pritchard, this kid has no fear whatsoever. Like he'll just come down and chuck up a long range 3. And it's like, Tatum, you have so much leash. If you wanted to shoot 40 shots a game, we wouldn't be mad if you shot 40 shots a game. Like, if Tatum wanted to come down every single time and shoot the ball, no Celtic fan would be complaining about that. Like, if I were to ask all my friends who are like diehard Celtics fans like me, like my boy Steve, the one thing that Steve would say is Tatum needs to work on his aggressiveness, because like when Kemba was out last year, Tatum would go for 50, and then they would come back and he wouldn't go for 50. So I feel like having Kemba gone is definitely a good thing for Tatum. I feel like it's a good thing for our team. Schroeder looked horrible this game, so I'm hoping he can bounce back from that. Smart looked really good defensively. This shot was crazy on Suggs. Suggs looked horrible yesterday for all my Magic fans. He was missing wide open layups, a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover in the beginning of the video, just our roster, how we were shaping up. Naismith has really developed a lot. I'm upset that we got rid of Carson Edwards because, you know, I like Purdue, and I liked Edwards a lot in college. Horford looks good. He looks healthy. I feel like he has a lot of basketball left in him. He's like Paul Millsap. He's like one of those veterans that can still shoot. I saw him catch like a couple lobs, which was pretty refreshing. And then if we look on the other side, because I mean, look, we'll be a top 4 seed. That was so nasty. We'll be a top 4 seed. I really think we will, with our starting 5. And there's 2 areas where we were hurting all year last year: our bench, and then our aggressiveness and like letting up games. Like, we would always be up 20. Like I said in the beginning, we were up this game and we blew it, but then we came back. But our bench scoring, I can just remember specific times throughout last year. Like, I was even reading some of the comments on this video, and people were saying like, oh, right when the bench goes in, I'm used to losing games when the bench goes in. Like, I don't think that that's going to happen anymore. I think that in games, Tatum can take a breather, and Pritchard and Naismith, like, defensively, we're fine. We're not horrible. We were like in the middle of the pack last year. But as far as like scoring off the bench, it was horrible. So we just, like, I know I'm throwing like not very like many casualities out there right now. Like, if you didn't know basketball, you wouldn't be able to understand what I was talking about, because it's like really in depth to the Celtics. But those were problems that we were really lacking all year, and like, I want Boston to be a top team. I don't think we're gonna be necessarily better than Miami or Brooklyn or the Bucks, but I feel like we could be right there. We could give a lot of teams problems, I guess is what I'm saying. And that's a good thing for me, because I don't want to be a depressed Celtics fan anymore. And then if we look onto the other side with the Magic, Wendell Carter looks really nice. Mo Bamba looks like he's been in the gym. Jalen Suggs looked horrible this game, but I feel like he can be a threat. Like, those 2 threes that we saw him hit, that was it, and he was missing layups. RJ Hampton, the Nuggets are really going to regret giving up on him. He looked nice. And then their standout player for me is definitely Cole Anthony. Like, this kid is just a 3-level scorer. Like, you can't guard him on the step back. He can get to the basket. He's like extremely undersized, but he's super good at using his body. Like, everything about Cole Anthony I like offensively. Hampton as well. Like, I think Cole Anthony could be like, yo, I'm going to be an all-star this year. Or in like future years, I'm going to be an all-star. Like, he's he's crafty. Magic won't make the playoffs, but they won't be the worst team in the East. Like, they'll upset teams when they have to. They got Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner. Oh, and we got Cantor as well. And then Romeo Langford looked really good in this game. Josh Richardson looked alright. Romeo actually hits the game winner in this game, which was pretty hype for him, because, like I said, if you look back to our roster last year, we had Naismith and Pritchard off the bench, and that was the only offensive. Like, that was the only offense that we had. Now we have Pritchard, Naismith, Richardson, Langford, Cantor. Like, that's offense, all offense right there. We picked up Archie Diacono off the Bulls. I don't think we'll ever play him, but like if it need be, like for a third string point guard, Arcidiacono can ball. He was a 4-year pro. He has a championship in college too. Like Arcidiacono is a good third string point guard. He's like a Steve Blake. But I'm extremely happy. I know I talked throughout this whole video and you guys are probably used to me just reacting, but this is like something that I'm extremely happy about. The NBA is back. NBA preseason is back, but I'm real happy about how my Celtics are looking. I think offensively scoring off the bench was our biggest fault, and we look a lot better. And then for those of you who didn't watch this game, Langford came up really clutch. That was an and one right there. I don't know how they didn't call that. But this is crazy. They get the rebound and like Pritchard pump fakes right here. And then Langford knocks it down. Fire. I would be hype off of that. Damn. But yeah, anyway, that's my Celtics preview for the year. I expect us to go. I think we'll have 60 wins, 55 to 60, maybe a little more. But hey, I'm extremely happy, and for all my Celtics fans, I feel like we're like our direction is like turning up in a good way. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're gonna be doing every NBA team's preview, by the way. So just stick tuned. Love y'all.